What's up, guys? So right now I'm over at the gas station. We just filled up this little gallon gas jug, and you guys saw the title of the video, so you already know what's going down. Just gonna throw that in the back, but I did also want to show you guys who I brought along today. Look who it is. I know some of you guys have been asking about him, and I figured today would be a good day to bring Trouser along to hang out at the shop. This is not the cage that he is normally in. This is just a little 10-gallon aquarium that I had just to bring him over. But yeah, for those of you wondering about Trouser, here he is, guys. I know I haven't put him in a video in a long time, but he's been doing good. So he's gonna come to the shop with us today and hang out. And yeah, I'm excited to get to the shop and start working on you guys already know. So Brent just went to the bathroom and we got Trouser in this box right here. We're gonna scare Brent. Roman's gonna ask him for a thing of oil. And Trouser's gonna be in here. Brent has no idea I brought him today. So we'll just close this guy back up.
I think it's a little low from when it was.
She a little low?
Yeah. Brent, can you grab me a quart?
Yeah. I was expecting a bomb in there or something.
Oh.
What were you tricking me with?
I don't know.
There's something.
Is there something?
There's a fucking snake in there. You guys are... That Trouser, dude. He's cold. That's the only reason I got away with it. Otherwise, he'd been after me. Sorry, buddy.
You didn't even notice him at first.
I noticed you guys' looks, though. I was expecting a firecracker.
Well, guys, the time has finally come. I just made it to the shop, and I went ahead and pulled the shopping go-kart out from the corner it's been sitting in for who knows how long. I know you guys have been asking for more content of this thing, and today's the day. So I went ahead and aired up the tires. They were completely flat, and right now I'm getting ready to put some gas in it. You guys just saw me at the gas station, and then I need to put a jump box on the battery because I'm sure it is completely dead. We're gonna try to fire this thing up and give her a rip real quick. It's been so long since I've started this, and it's been so long since we've done a video on this thing. I believe the last video I did on this was when I showed all of the EFI stuff that I got. We got a whole new engine management system for the shopping go-kart. I got the little ECU, a new throttle body with an injector, little TPS, like all the little sensors. So in today's video, I'm going to be trying to install some of that, but I don't want to get into much detail just yet. For now, I'm going to go ahead and try to fire this thing up and just have some fun with it, give it a quick rip down the street, because this might be the last time it's ever going to run with a carburetor. So I'm going to go ahead and see if this thing will fire up.
Two hours later. Eventually.
It's alive! Pretty sweet though, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Tom wants to drive it.
You're gonna run it over.
Well, I guess I'll take it for one last rip while it's carbureted.
Hey, don't brake, I want to ride it.
That car came over that hill.
Riding
not expect to go through that puddle that fast. There's no bottom to it. It's just a shopping cart, so it all just came right through the bottom.
Oh my god.
All muddy.
That thing still rips though.
Yeah, you got like black freckles now.
Alright, Tom, you want to try it?
Yeah, fire in the hole.
I'm jumping again.
He's taller than I am, but I'm way fatter than he is. So it's like really like stuck in here.
Start it and pull it off.
That thing is bad. Oh god!
That was so good. You were ripping it.
I give up.
Oh my god.
You want to turn Paunchy?
Oh yeah, I'll try it. Let me see that.
Oh my god.
Dude. Damn. How much do you want, Kyle? How much do you want? You know when you're about to race with me, you get that fucking drilling feeling? Yeah, that's how I am right now.
That's what you got?
Everybody's looking at me. Yeah, it is.
Let her rip.
Fucking fun.
It's fun, huh?
I was doing donuts and it was wheeling it, doing donuts. It's like that one on the one that's on ice. Have you seen the one on ice? It's just like that one. It was doing like donuts doing a wheelie.
This is also for the go-kart in that box.
Reaction.
Holy shit, motherfucker! That sounds like whoa. Fuck, yeah, that shit is fucking. Gotta make some food for that motherfucker.
Oh, I'm not scared of a snake.
You saw it.
Did you find that?
Yeah, I found him.
This is a little garden snake.
That's not a garden snake.
You were supposed to open it, freak out, and fall down. No, not me. I like snakes.
I like snakes too.
Where'd you get that at?
I found it.
Oh, you had to be from your house.
I just slithered in.
He slithered in. I know some girls like that. Cool. No, really? He just slithered in?
Yeah, he just slithered in.
Oh, that's cool. I'm not afraid of him.
He's living in the MR too.
I'm not afraid of him. He's super cool. Can I take him home?
Yeah?
No, really. I'll so take him home.
You're gonna drive across 2,000 miles.
He's gonna be my
drive with
road
him
dog.
like that.
Yeah.
He's gonna be my road
Dead
dog.
arm anyway.
I'm gonna have him and like let him roll around the element. He's gonna be my road dog.
You don't want that to happen? Nah, he's mine.
Oh, I figured as much. He's too tame.
Right when you said I'm gonna let him roam around in the element, there's an old video of him getting lost in my van. And I had to cut him out of the freaking, the frame rail of the
He was in
van.
the frame rail.
Yeah, he got up under the dash,
really cold.
he went through the door where the wiring harness goes to the door, and he went into the like subframe of the car. And I had to cut him out. It's a bull snake.
Oh.
Yeah, Trouser is a bull snake.
Trouser?
Yeah, his name's Trouser.
That's crazy you say that because he was having some trouser trout for lunch. Some other than butt huggers.
You want to teach Trouser how to tune?
Trouser gonna tune?
I got a cool bracelet.
He holds on tight.
Yeah, he does.
Remember when he got lost in the minivan?
I know, I was just telling him that.
You need to put a card on the video that everybody can go watch Trouser get lost in a minivan.
I will. I'll tag it right now. I'll put the link to it. I actually don't even know what video it was, so it's going to take me a minute to find it, but
it was so epic.
We lost this guy in my van, and I had to literally cut him out of this part right here. He was in the subframe of the car. Like, it sucked. Everyone was asking where he was at, so
turn it up.
This whole video is just a throwback. Trouser in the shopping cart.
That's awesome.
So Roman's over here buttoning up some more stuff on his car, and he just got the up pipe off of it, and we're getting ready to weld this wideband bung on. This right here is a bad wideband sensor that we just threaded onto this bung right here, and we're doing that just so the bung doesn't warp while we weld it, because we've had that happen in the past. Once we've welded a bung on, then the sensor doesn't go in because it's slightly warped. So we got the sensor in there, and we're gonna go ahead and weld him on a wideband bung right there, and then he'll be one step closer to getting his car done. There you go. So we went outside and ripped the shopping go-kart one last time on the carbureted setup. I always forget how fun this thing is, and I definitely see why you guys want some more content on it. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to start diving back into this thing. I already went ahead and pulled the seat out of it, and everything right here you guys have already seen in a previous video, but just for a refresher, we got our little turbo right here that we're gonna try to put on this thing. We got the full Efi kit, the little ECU. We got the fuel pump, the new throttle body with TPS and map sensors. We got our single injector in there somewhere. And then we also have this oil pump right here. This is to feed oil to the turbo. This motor doesn't have any sort of oil pressure or any place to tap off of to get oil for the turbo. So we're gonna have the turbo on its own oiling system, and that pump will be controlling all of that. We still have to figure out like a reservoir and other things, but we do have the pump, and then we also have this wiring harness right here to connect all the sensors together and then plug into our ECU. Then this little DVD right here has a tuning software on it. I'm not sure how in-depth this tuning software is just yet. We're gonna have to look into that later, but that is the basic idea of it. And then also, don't want to forget, we got our little map sensor to read boost. But yeah, you guys have seen all this before in a video. Something that I just got though is we have these switches right here. Got 5 of them. I don't know where the 5th one went, but we have 5 little switches, and I'm gonna be using these to put onto the switch panel right here that we made a long time ago. So when I need to turn on like the fuel pump, I have a switch, the oil pump, I have a switch, and then we'll have extras for whatever we need. So we got those switches right there, and then this is also new. You guys have not seen this yet. I ordered this the other day preparing for this video, and here we have all of the flanges we need for the turbo. This right here is the fitting for the oil return to that little turbo. So the turbo's right here, and then that, oh shoot. So this return goes right there on the bottom of the turbo. Then you can flip it over. Then we have the feed on top, and that guy is right here with a barb fitting, and then that will just thread into the top of our turbo for the oil feed. All right, so I got the turbo on its side, and then this flange actually goes right here, just like that. So then we can make an exhaust pipe off of that. And then one issue though, this flange is the correct flange, and then we also have this one. Actually, this is probably the one I'll use with the single hole. These 2 flanges will work. These are the right flange to make the downpipe, but these 2 are for the inlet of the exhaust side, and these are the wrong bolt pattern. They're the right inlet. These are all 1 inch right here, but none of the bolt holes line up. I guess I must have got like the wrong flange kit because this does not fit. But I mean, luckily we have this one, which is the more complicated one. So this one will work for us, but it looks like I'm just gonna have to make my own for this side of the exhaust housing, but that's not too big of a deal at all. I'll just bust the plasma cutter out, and we can cut one of those guys out, hole saw 1 inch hole in the middle, drill our holes, and not too big of a deal. So unfortunately, these are the wrong size, but we have this flange for the exhaust. We got our oil feed and return fittings, so we're ready to go there with the turbo. But one step before we can even get the turbo installed is trying to make all of this EFI stuff work. My goal for today is to start installing the EFI kit onto the go-kart and start taking off all of the old stuff that we're not going to need, and see if we can't get this thing to fire up on the new EFI system. I do not plan on doing the turbo kit on it today because I want to make sure we can get all this working first. So that's where we're going to start. I'm going to go ahead and start taking the go-kart apart. We got like the old CDI, we got the old coil, and just some other stuff back there, like the starter solenoid on this little panel I made back in the day. I'm going to flip this up and unbolt all of that. We need to get the carburetor off of this because we're not going to need that anymore. We're going to be switching to a throttle body. I'm also going to be getting a different gas tank later on. So for now, I am going to take this one off. We're going to have to find a way to make that fuel pump work for us today. I'm not going to build a new tank today, but I plan on just like dropping this into a gas tank or something and powering it on for fuel. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and tear into the go-kart, guys, get it completely ripped apart of what we don't need, and then we'll start seeing how to put all this stuff together and see if we can't get her to fire up on the new EFI system. All right, so I just gutted all the old wiring out of this thing. Looks like we are gonna have to reuse the coil, and this is my starter solenoid, so we'll probably have to reuse that guy. And then this is for like voltage regulation. I think that's a voltage regulator. I might have to reuse that. I'm not 100% sure yet, but the kit does come with a new CDI, so I don't think I'll need my old CDI anymore, but got all that nasty wiring out of there. Now we can figure out how to get everything else together. I started looking at this harness. I plugged the little ECU in, and then I'm just trying to see where all the plugs go, see what sensors they go to. And as you can see, I also got the little throttle body on there, and that thing is sweet. Has a little thing for the throttle cable right at the bottom, and has a little throttle flap in there. And then this hole right here is for the injector, and then we got our TPS on top. And I also have to find like an Allen key head bolt for this side because it comes really close, as you can see, and stud won't fit in there, and if you line up a nut, it won't quite go over far enough. So I'll have to find a bolt for that, but I mean, for now, if we get far enough, I figured I could just like vice clamp that shut for now. But it's on there.
That's awesome, man.
Like that?
It is so cool.
Brent's getting out of here soon, and I'm not sure how far we're gonna get on it tonight, but I was gonna see if you could take a look at the tuning software, but I don't think we'll have it installed by the time you get out of here. But
yeah, but that's still cool.
Yeah.
I mean, fully programmable. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I want you to look at the software and see if you can figure it out.
EFI.
Yeah, we'll see.
I might see if there's just a download tonight too.
Yeah, you can go. Yeah, there is. They have it on their website.
Yeah, so I might as well.
It's Ecotrons, and just look it up.
Ecotrons.com.
Yep. But for now, we have it on the disc, and Jamie's laptop has a DVD reader, so I'm gonna see if he'll let me download the software onto his laptop, and we can look at everything, and then I could at least power up the harness and see if the like TPS is reading and stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Put a 4-bar map on it.
Yeah. It only has a 1 bar. Yeah. Look at it right here. I plugged it in. Look, it says 1 bar on the map sensor.
That is so cool.
It's pretty cool though.
That is so neat.
Yeah.
This is gonna be awesome.
Maybe you'll be ready for you to tune it on the dyno all motor.
Something. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start seeing what I need to do to plug this in. I'm not sure how much of the old wiring I'm gonna need to reuse. Right now our Wi-Fi is down, so I can't really pull up a wiring diagram. But I'm gonna see how much we can get done on this thing tonight.
And then maybe on the disc too, there may be a help with all your wires.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
They might have it on this, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if Jamie will let me install that real quick.
This is awesome, man.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I got Walbro 50.
Yeah. Look at that little thing. Little baby fuel pump.
Oh, it's all right. We'll max this one out.
I mean, honestly, that's 100% duty cycle.
100%. We're gonna have 2200s and a 450 in no time.
Do you think it would run in? You think it would run fine on E85?
Yeah.
Because I want to put E85 in it.
We just gotta size the injector right. Why can't we?
Yeah, why not?
Fuel injection. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So can we put this onto your laptop?
Yeah.
Since our Wi-Fi is down. This is the tuning software for the go-kart EFI. Even the DVD is mini.
Half size.
Dang.
Look at all that.
That's legit. So this is the software that came off that CD or the DVD.
It's so cool.
That is sweet. We got RPM, the map, TPS, engine coolant temp.
Oh, but look
All
over
of
here.
it.
We got the injector flow rate for your primary. Look, injector 2 flow rate, so you can put a second injector in there.
In case we need more fuel.
We got our hall sensor, our TDC. Like,
Did it come with a wideband?
Yeah, it came with a wideband.
Oh, that's sweet.
yeah, it's like it's
Dude, that's
legit.
sick. Look, number of cylinders, 1.
Yeah. Max RPM, 9,000. That's so cool.
Well, if I can
It
at
looks
least...
pretty. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like you could figure that out.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
I mean, you got acceleration enrichment, deceleration, performance wide open throttle, altitude calibration. That's something none of our regular software has.
It's more fancy than our stuff.
Yeah.
For the
This is way
go-kart.
fancier than the shopping cart. Like, we might need to get a new shopping cart. I think we need to upgrade.
This is sweet.
That's sick.
Yeah, you got global fuel enrichment, start fuel.
It even
That's cool.
has a status that I'm disconnected from the EC right now.
It'll even control some servo motor, like,
Idle controls.
so it has an output.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Well, even if I can hook it up to it now and just get some like live reading, that would be so sweet.
Oh, you got diagnostics. Man,
Has like check engine lights.
this is cool. It is pretty sick, honestly. I can't believe this sat on your shelf for like a year.
I know, you know how long it's been?
A long time.
We're just now installing all this.
But now it's all fascinating, so it's cool.
That's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, this is gonna be cool.
Eco can, so it's even got a can output.
Yeah.
A can output?
Yeah, you can put your dash.
Yo, let's put an AEM dash on the go-kart.
That's awesome.
Damn, I'm sad you're leaving.
But look, you're gonna have a busy night.
I know, I'm gonna
I'll
be
see
up
you
here all
tomorrow.
night.
We'll be playing.
You're connected.
We're connected.
We're burning. We don't know what we're burning.
We're just doing, oh. Connect successful. Oh, it's working.
It's live.
It's working, it's live.
Dude,
Look, we got map.
We got map. Hit the key. Turn it on. See if we get RPM.
I'm freaking out. This is cool. Hold on, I gotta find the plug. We're tuning shopping carts right now. Okay, so we downloaded the software off the CD. We got it plugged into Jamie's laptop right here. That runs to our harness. That's how it connects to the laptop right there. Right now the map sensor is like the only thing that's plugged in, and it is reading. It's working. It's bouncing back and forth. Where's the plug for the TPS? Is that it? Here, can you get closer, Jamie?
Yeah. I'm
Plug this in. Still need to bolt up the throttle body. All right, let's plug the TPS in. All right, TPS is plugged in. All right. Oh, look at that. Wide open. 100%. Look, it's already calibrated. Perfect. Right on 100.
Dang.
Dude, look at that. The TPS is working.
Do we have like crank sensor hooked up?
Oh, no, it's not. That's the one thing we're working on right now is we need to find the crank position sensor and get it hooked up to the right spot.
Do you have to wire it or just plug it in?
Yeah, I was looking at wiring diagrams for like the last hour. There's a lot that's been going on off camera, guys, but I've been trying to figure this out. It should go to this blue wire from all my research, but you got nothing.
Nope.
Nothing on the RPM, and that's why it's not sending a spark.
Yeah.
Because we've been trying to get some spark, but it's not picking up the signal. I mean, I've been looking over the instructions. I should have it all wired up right. We have this white wire that's labeled coil going to our coil. The coil is grounded, and we just have to figure out how we get the crank sensor to talk to this wire right here. That's all it needs, so then it knows when to fire the spark, and it'll know the RPM.
So what you need to do now is just pull up the wiring schematic for that.
For the engine.
Yeah, for the engine, and look up
The crank signal.
what power supply it's looking for, if it wants a 5 or a 12 volt. My guess is just probably plain 12 volt. So you need the power and ground to power up the sensor. Then you'll get your crank signal out of it.
Oh, I see what you mean now.
You have to put power into it for it to create
Here,
a
let's see if
magnetic
this thing will
field
let us make a change.
for
That-
the teeth to trigger a signal out.
Now you're making sense to me. You gotta go for it. Oh! We're reading RPM.
346.
We're reading RPM. Are we getting spark? Oh, we got a spark! Yes!
Yeah!
Yes! All right, guys, so Sean just came through and pointed out what was wrong. So we just had to give power to these two existing wires because we had the right wire for the signal, but the sensor, there's no way for it to have power. So we gave the sensor power and ground, and sure enough, we got RPM reading, we got spark. So I mean,
It's ready.
And it,
we just got to give it some fuel. then there will be fire. Well, since we got the ECU to talk to the laptop and we got spark, we got everything reading correct, gonna go ahead and throw the injector into the throttle body right here, and then I'll just get some vice grips or something to hold this tight for now since I don't have the right bolt just yet. And then we'll get the injector in there, get a fuel line ran to it. We'll just drop a fuel pump in that tank of gas that I got this morning, run a line, and see if we can't get this thing to fire up. So I'm excited. This is sick. There we go.
Factory.
Well, I got the fuel pump plugged in. I don't know how it comes on.
I'm sure it'll come on when you start cranking. It needs that cranking voltage to...
Yeah, it's just through the harness. Oh, I saw it jump in your hand.
Look at her twitch. Go again. We got
It's a jumper.
She's a live one.
Where's the tank at?
Comes with its own fuel rail.
Yeah, the fuel rail's built into the injector.
Yeah, fuel rail.
If it has any
Goes there.
Spark plug, coil.
then it does the comparison.
So we got a little piece of hose for our map sensor. Piece of vacuum line right here, and then that guy will just go.
What bar map sensor does it say?
One
bar.
One bar.
One bar.
One bar. We're gonna
that's
need to
like-
up that.
That's 14 pounds.
14 pounds.
That's
Bro.
still quite a bit.
This is the Boostedboiz.
Boost.
We need boost is boost.
We got our fuel pump right here. We got this line going to this regulator that came with the kit, and it shows a little arrow for which way the flow goes. We're just gonna dump that guy in our gas. Oh no, it doesn't fit.
Oh, we're cutting it.
It'll fit.
Get in there, dog. So in theory, if everything was hooked up right now, and the tune was correct, it would start. We have our fuel going to the injector, got our injector plugged in, map sensor, TPS, Jamie's on the laptop. We got the spark plug in. We know it sparks. So I mean,
I don't know what I'm doing at this point.
he's just looking at stuff.
Go.
All right, go for it. Oh. Hold on. I think the
battery's kind of dead. It sounds like.
is our ground getting too hot for the starter? Yep. We need a stronger ground. That's all it is. Yeah.
Go for it.
Well, it fired. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That is so sick. I had to get it on the Snapchat. Gosh, I'm so pumped right now.
Dude, that was like pretty much plug and play.
It was.
It was. Once you.
We had like a little bit of a hiccup, but that was
All I
it.
had to change here was the CC of the engine.
You know what I'm so excited about is it fired right up.
Nothing.
No issues with the carburetor. Like it took me
gotta
10
sit
minutes to
right
get
on.
it fired up this morning because I'm sitting there holding the choke.
Yeah.
It just fires up. It's fuel injection.
Yeah.
Like, it's sick.
We need to set a little idle screw for it though.
Yeah.
Because it's all the way shut right now.
All right, just for fun, we're gonna spin up the turbo. It doesn't have the little compressor housing on it right now. That guy's down in here, but yeah, this goes right here. It just needs the bolts, but we're gonna fire it up because I want to see it spin.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Can you set up some two-step on there?
Once we get some oil to the turbo.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, we're good. Sorry, I don't.
Yeah, I forgot. We got no oil going to it yet.
Pulled away and the exhaust fumes shot me for a second. Ooh, that's a little warm.
Dude, that is so sick. Dude. Got it working in the night. I was really worried we weren't gonna get it and we were gonna have to come back tomorrow and figure it out, but we got her.
Hell yeah.
That's so sick.
It was simple. Like that was probably the easiest setup ever.
Yeah, it just
I
went.
liked it.
That actually was pretty cool.
That's so
Pretty
sweet.
impressive. It was that
I'm probably
easy
gonna
to fire
sit at home and look at the software all night.
Just play with it.
Yeah, but
He's like, I'm gonna know how to tune it tomorrow.
I got the kill tune.
You gonna be ready to drive it again once it's turboed?
It idles, dude. How cool is that?
Sweet.
There's the kill switch.
Yeah, to set the idle, there's just a little idle screw on the back of the throttle body. So we just set that real quick and now it's idling. Yeah, we don't have any sort of kill switch hooked up yet. I don't know if there was one on the harness, but for now, I just pull this wire off. Yeah, that's just for like, I was reading the instructions, it says this is a performance switch. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It says performance switch.
Really?
Yeah, literally. So I don't know what that's for, but
Nitrous purge.
But she's idling good.
Yeah.
It's purring.
Sounds really good.
Don't have to deal with the carb at all.
Yeah.
Like the motor's completely cold right now, fires right up and just idles perfect. That is so
Watch,
sick.
do it again real quick.
Yeah, I'll have to go for it.
I just want
Watch,
to.
this is a 100% cold start. I don't know
Nobody touch it.
if
Nobody.
you guys have ever seen me try to start in the shopping cart with the choke. It takes me a second. Watch, go. Oh, the wire fell off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just runs so good. That is so sick.
We should have done this a year ago.
I know, what was I waiting on?
Alright, so we have to jump in. We think it might have
It's got a rev limiter.
it has a rev limiter set up already. Let's do it. Bro, it has 2 steps.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. Finally did a video on the shopping go-kart and we got so much done on this thing today. We got the EFI kit working, we got the motor to run as you guys saw, and I mean, it even has freaking 2-step setup. So this thing is sweet. I'm honestly so excited. Still have way more to get done on it if I want to get the turbo on there and stuff. I need to figure out a fuel tank, figure out an oil reservoir for the turbo. Like, there's still a lot of little things, button up all the wiring and tuck it all out of the way, but we made so much progress on it today, and I'm really glad you guys have been pushing for the videos on this because I'm glad we finally got that EFI kit on it. It's been sitting for so long, and now's a good time, you know. Emilio's gone and can just hang out and work on this thing. So thanks for the help, guys.
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for letting me ride it.
Yeah, no problem. And now once we turbo it.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yep. So it's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed and thanks for watching.